Not like that Linz fellow. He was a bit weird, but sort of cute too. Oh, God. Am I vaguely turned on by him now because I chose the flirtatious option as opposed to the other one? Oh, God, what a horrible thought. Well, I intend to be sure this door is locked, if you don't mind. Yeah, we'll barricade it with chairs and tables. It'll be brilliant. I suppose Vanessa was right. He is harmless. When she realises I'm not coming back to our room tonight, what will she think? That maybe Bradley's found the girl he was looking for after all? Or call the police. That could be a thing. I wonder if my hallmates placed bets on it. Will they believe that nothing happened? Do I want them to? I wonder what it would take to get Bradley to really notice me. You can have the bed, I'll sleep on the floor. You know what? Just because you're ginger doesn't mean you have to signify yourself like that. Okay? You can sleep with me. I don't find you that unattractive. Just put a mask on and a balaclava. We won't say any more. Alright, maybe not. Don't be silly. I've shared beds with friends before. There's nothing wrong with it. Yes, they were girlfriends, but so what? If I couldn't trust him, I wouldn't share a room with him at all. There's no reason for him to suffer just because he's a boy. We settle in for the night. It's hard to get sleep in a strange place, listening to someone else's breathing. That could come across in more than one way. Bradley's still wearing all of his clothes, even his jacket. All the metal bits click gently when he shifts. Rain rattles and thumps against the window panes. Distant creaks tremble through the house. Are there lots of people here, or are they just like mice infested during the night? I never did get a straight answer about how many people are here or why. There are at least 5 boys in the house with me. For a practice date, Bradley's not so bad. He's a bit old-fashioned, holding doors for me, wanting to order for me, offering to sleep on the floor and so on. It's polite but kind of impersonal. Oh, right, yeah, sure. But and then as soon as we got someone personal, who, like, opens the door and then throws it in her face, suddenly that's not very nice. Just me who does that? Okay. I would be a terrible date. I love pissing around too much. I cannot be serious. I trust some of you might have a difficulty trying to believe that I enjoy pissing around. Anyway, I feel like he acts this way because I'm a girl and that's how he thinks you're supposed to treat girls. He's used those manners on dozens of them. It's not because he likes me. Bradley's not my type. He's ginger. I don't think he... Some of that was ad-lib, don't you know? I don't think he has any interests besides sports and cars. He has to find somewhere to hide in and blend in. Ginger jokes. Still, it's not nice to have someone pay attention. Oh, it is nice to have someone pay attention to me, even if it's not real. Forever alone. Hashtag. Then there's Raphael, the blonde boy at the door. He's so helpful and sweet, like a little kid. Most boys at high school and university are loud and vulgar. Of course, if he works here, it's probably his job to be polite. I'd think a butler would be better dressed. Maybe he was in the middle of cleaning. He said he was just visiting, but that might mean he's a temporary... I'm not Jonathan Ross. Why did I do that? Temporary employee. So, just get this straight. She still thinks he might be a butler. I think that Nathaniel is a creep who makes everyone work without pay. He is essentially a Chinese communist. Communist? No, that's not communist. That's what they have in like Eastern Europe with their communism music. They have, you know, dictatorships and everything. It's wonderful. Oh, God. Linz also appears to work here, although I'm not sure what his position is. Royal stalker? I've always thought boys with glasses were cute, but there's something slightly creepy about him. No! You can't just canvas it like that. Oh, I think every boy with glasses is pretty goddamn cute. Have you ever been in a comic book store? That would completely change your mind. Nathaniel and his house seem like they come from a different world, one of luxurious refinement. My family is far from poor, but we don't live anything like this. Yet he offered to help us right away without asking anything in return. Well, I do know vaguely what happens because I did read a synopsis before I bought the game. I bought this game like ages ago. But, right, whatever. So, I mean, I do know something's going to happen. I won't spoil it for those people who don't know, though. We're strangers, and he opened his home to us. He's kind and generous, or else just a rich eccentric. Albert is the odd one out. He was a bit rude and then wandered off as soon as we entered. He certainly doesn't look like he belongs in a mansion like this, and he doesn't act upper class. Oh yeah, because every servant and worker in the house also has to be upper class. So not only is this girl stupid young, she's also stupid. Yeah, I already said that, didn't I? Ah. Well. Americans, that's the definition of irony. God. He looks more like someone you'd give a wide berth to if you were walking alone at night. Whether that judgment was fair or not. No, it's not. It doesn't really matter. In the morning, we'll be gone. So we've been asleep for about 10 minutes. What? What? I thought that was 4 hours. Is it like 4 days? Whatever. The next morning, everyone gathers in the dining room for breakfast. If it's such a massive palace, that dining room isn't that big. You'd expect it to be bigger. I know because I've been in a proper dining room. It's fucking huge. There's like 20-seater table. It's mental. Alright. I don't think Bradley slept very well. He looks tired. Yes, and dry, if you don't mind me saying so. Lost on most of you. Linz is munching absently through a plate of sausage biscuits. I'm sorry? A plate of sausage biscuits? Right, I don't know what they are. I don't think I've heard him speak to anyone. He barely seems to notice we're here. Alban definitely knows we're here. He keeps glaring at everybody. I think he needs more coffee. Fuck it, he's worse than Duke Ferrod from the Royal Trap. He is a proper emo. Fucking hell. Only Nathaniel's polished manners keep the conversation moving. More scrambled eggs, anyone? I think I've had enough, thanks. You never say yes to second helpings at a place like this. Also, can't help noticing, one of the musketeers there on the wall. Good to know that he's still encapsulated in paintings. No new faces have turned up. If there's anyone else in the mansion, they're staying out of sight. Yes, that's what servants do. Not everyone's middle class as me, I see. They're all such different people. It's hard to imagine what would bring them all together. Everyone seems to be finishing their meals now. Raphael is gathering plates. It would be polite to offer help, but I've never washed dishes by hand in my life. Surely rich people have dishwashers, right? Unless, of course, you happen to live in rural France and there's not even a space in the kitchen for a dishwasher. Cough, cough. Fucking me. Cough, cough. Disappointed. Cough, cough. Right. Should Janet offer to help with the dishes? It's going to be ones where it would be nice to. Yeah, we've got to. Why am I even, like, thinking of this? I don't even, like, gave that thought. Of course we will. There, see? Immediately. I knew what to do there. I knew exactly what to do. I think no will come back to bite me in the arse later, and this way I might understand some more social etiquette or something, so. I say social etiquette, basically understand what everyone does. No one else is going to offer, and I'd feel bad leaving Raphael to do it for himself. He's a guest after all. Here, I'll take some of those. Thanks! Ah, I've gone more acceptable. The kitchen is much less fancy looking than the rest of the house has been. I suppose it never has to go on show. Yeah, Nathaniel never has to walk in there. He doesn't need gold beneath his feet in a fucking kitchen. I doubt he even knows how to cook toast. I'm so busy keeping an eye on the stack of plates in my hand that I nearly trip over something on the floor. Eek! Oh, that's Jake's bowl. Alright, come on, the question next. Who's Jake? Jake? Nathaniel's... Oh, okay. Nathaniel's dog. He's an Irish setter. He's very pretty. I don't know what an Irish setter is. I'm not an animal person. I know nothing about dogs. I didn't hear a dog. Oh, he's not right... I'm sorry. He's not here right now. He's on vacation. Yeah, definitely. Definitely reading that fine. Yes. I'm not reading that wrong. Scary. Who sends a dog on vacation? Well, clearly these people do. Silly. Whatever. I need to get these plates out of my hands. Unfortunately, Raphael appears to be running water into the sink. Is there a dishwasher? Nope. Seeing my chagrin, he can't help giggling. I can do it, you know, I'm used to it. How about I just try? Am I gonna get back and Bradley is gonna be shagging one of the men? That sounded far much better than the original thought which came into my head, which is quite disturbing. So let's just move on. Sure. Rubbing a cloth carefully over clean plates isn't so hard, and work moves along swiftly enough too. So you normally do the dishes where you live? I like to keep myself useful. I wait, but he doesn't add anything else. Oh well. It's because he's a servant. He has peasant clothing. He's trapped here! No, I think that's one hell of an assumption to make this early on. After we finish the dishes, we rejoin the others. It looks like there's been some sort of argument while we're gone. Come on, let's get to that phone. Nathaniel leads us out to the dining room to the hall where we were in last night. Brilliant, so by being helpful, I missed something completely. Fantastic. Don't take Alvin too seriously. He's having a hard time right now. I wish you'll smite him later on. This better not disappoint me like the Royal Trap. If someone pisses me off, I want to murder them. Why is that? Someone close to him is very ill. He turns away and picks up the phone. Considering how middle class or upper class this is, wouldn't surprise me if it's just, oh, his hamster Booby. Booby? That was the first thing I thought of. Oh god. His hamster Bubbles was very ill. It wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, he turns away and picks up the phone. The line is still down. That's alright. Now that the rain has stopped, we can go outside to pick up the signal. Yes, we should get going. Why didn't they just take an umbrella and do that last night? Ugh, whatever. We're going to go out and the car's not going to be there anymore. We return to the grand entrance. Sensing our departure, everyone comes to see us off. All three of them. Goodbye and good luck. Thanks for your hospitality. We really appreciate it. Somehow, I don't think this is going to be the last I'm seeing of them. I go to open the door. What? What? What on earth is that? What the fuck is that? No. Don't go with this 16-bit music in the background, or 32-bit, whatever it is. So there was just a little breakaway cutscene of emo people trying to look attractive in their extremely skinny clothes. Just gonna cut that out. Kind of cuts away from the tension somewhat. Hearing this incredibly aimed at teenagery music whilst this is happening. Oh well, whatever. The air in the open doorway shimmers and crackles with strange light. That looks like some sort of plasma window. Don't touch it. He just goes on about that like it's completely normal. Oh no! A plasma window! Stop! Don't touch it! We get those all the time. Ugh. Bradley grabs my arm and pulls me back away from the door. How? Could this have something to do with... I don't know. Raphael, go downstairs and check that everything's alright. Right. He rushes away. What's going on? This had better not... What do you think you're... Be quiet! I didn't realise he knew how to raise his voice. Loads of cut-off sentences there, though. The babble falls silent. Babble? Whatever. We can't accomplish anything if everyone is talking at once. And someone start off that 32-bit music. It's quite distracting. Linz, what are we looking at? I'm not certain. Fascinating, isn't it? Oh god, so he's a scientist. Of course he is. He has a white coat on. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that earlier. It's clearly permeable to at least some forms of radiation, but with intermittent diffraction. Solid matter on contact might be either repulsed or incinerated. I'd prefer more data before making empirical tests. I knew what all of that meant. See? I enjoy science. What? Rube. He said it might burn if you touch it. Look, I love how now we're going to have to sit around and do loads of tests. Someone just get a 5p or cent coin out, wherever the fuck it is we are. I imagine America is a cent. Was that a nickel? Yeah, it's a nickel back. Yeah, I remember that because of the Family Guy joke. God. Yeah, when you just throw a nickel at it, if it goes through, you're probably fine to walk out. If it burns, don't bother. But no, that's far too easy. I understood that much. I just don't understand what that thing is or how it got there. Convenient, isn't it? Giving you an excuse not to leave. Yeah, sorry. That was us. Which put that there. Prick. Damn you, Albert. No one likes you. You shall be smited later on, even though you're invariably good, because the bad guys always turn out to be good in this fucking games.